Hi guys, all right, 607, I wanted to send a really quick video for explaining a little bit about the Setting the Limits book study. We're gonna do half the book this semester and then we'll finish the other half next semester in 608. This is such an awesome book and I really hope that you peruse through, you skim through. There's gonna be some chapters that speak to you more than others. There's going to be several examples in each chapter, and some will speak to you and some not so much. But what I love about this book, it's not just transformative for your teaching and how you interact with your students, but also how you interact with humans. It could help you in your parenting and your relationships with your significant other, your relationships with your colleagues, and your professional dispositions. It just gives you a whole new perspective on lots of different things. I think you're going to love this. So we have uploaded all chapters 1 through 8. Each chapter will have a prompt. Your job is to look through the different threads and choose 4. You do not have to answer any more than 4. You can kind of choose and see which ones strike your fancy, and then you are going to respond. But there's a specific way that we want you to respond to your prompts. So I wanted to share my screen and kind of go through what that looks like. It's available for you now, and then all of the prompts will open up tomorrow. The directions one is already there, and you do not need to post anything and respond at all to the post that says the directions. The posts that you will respond to are the ones that start with the chapter and then the number. So chapters 1 through 8. So going through the directions, I want you to know that there will be only 4 that you have to respond to, 8 total. What we want you to think about is advancing the conversation. In our discussion posts that we've had in other classes, we've asked you to respond to your classmates, and you've done a really good job with that. So now we're going to bump up the rigor, and we're asking you to advance the conversation. So what does that look like? We've provided 3 examples, but it is by no means an exhaustive list. So for example, instead of simply agreeing or disagreeing or adding your opinion or providing an anecdote of what you do in your classroom, we want you to be a little bit more specific. So one example, and again, this isn't an exhaustive list. You don't have to choose one of these, but along these lines. One example is specifically referencing the text to support how you agree or how you disagree with the post. How do I do that? You can post, you can respond and say, according to chapter 2, page 5, and then quote it and talk about how that helps support your agreement or your disagreement. The second example is providing additional outside resources or websites to support how you agree or disagree with the post. So this is your chance to be a researcher and go out and find websites, additional readings. Maybe it's something that you have in your classroom as a resource to help support your opinion and you're agreeing or disagreeing with your colleague. And then the final example that we provide is bringing in professional development opportunities that you have attended that could help support your position in agreement or disagreement of a colleague. So we do really want you to think about bumping up your critical thinking process as you are responding to your classmates. This is also relevant because as you scaffold this process with your students, you want them to start off on a surface level of agreeing or disagreeing. Some of your responses in these past several courses have gotten really deep and very critical, and that is amazing. So here we're just providing additional support. How can you help your students become critical thinkers or extend beyond the critical process where they are? So again, to reiterate, you will have 4 initial posts. Each of those are 20 points. 4 chapters that you will choose out of those 8, 4 initial posts, 20 points. Then you're gonna do 4 peer responses. You're gonna advance the conversation on 4 peers' post, okay? And those will be 10 points each. So the total participation for this book study is 120 points. We wanna make sure that you understand that it is quite a significant amount of points. All of the discussion board will be due December 7th by midnight. So you want to make sure that you post early enough that you have an opportunity to post and respond to your peers. And they have the opportunity to respond to yours as well. The other thing that we did is each discussion board post, we have bolded what you're going to be responding to. Sometimes we provide a quote from the text and that is not bolded. So you want to pay special attention to answering all parts of what is bolded in that prompt. The other thing you can pay attention to is there are some that are color-coded. Some are purple, and that is if you are a para currently in the classroom. And it is, purple if you are currently the teacher of record. I apologize. Purple is the teacher of record. Blue is if you are a para in multiple classrooms. And then black, if the font is just black, it pertains to everyone. So we tried to really be intentional with the questions that we ask and cognizant of if you are a teacher of record in your own classroom or if you are a para and you're in multiple classrooms. So pay attention to that as you choose your 4 chapters to respond to. All right, so hopefully that helps you out a little bit. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. But we're really excited to see how you guys advance the conversation and how you're reflecting on using setting the limits in your classroom. Have a great night, guys. Talk to you soon.